What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Scott Hilsey here with you today. So this is my Tesla Model S P100D. I've put 8 mods total on this. All together, I call it the Spacex Miami Edition because it's a Miami blue. And you'll see why I call it the Spacex Edition in a second. So before I get into this, if you guys like me making these Tesla videos with my Tesla, go ahead and hit that like right now and comment below. Do more Tesla videos. Do more Tesla videos. So here's the irony in all this. I've never put aftermarket parts on a car in my entire life, and when I got this Tesla, I'm like, you know, all Teslas basically look alike, the same rims, the same colors, the same everything. I want to really switch it up because that's just my personality. So I decided to do 8 changes to this car, and believe it or not, all 8 went wrong somehow, some way. Even the simplest ones went wrong, and I'm going to go through every single modification I've done to this and exactly what went wrong with every single modification. All right, so the first thing I did was order these Vossen Hydroforge HF4 wheels, and it came with the tires. The tire lettering is not on there. I'm gonna get to that later. But they came mounted, they came balanced and everything with the tire pressure monitoring systems in there. I call up Dobbs, I ask him if they can do it, and Dobbs is like, well, you're gonna need to buy the Tesla pucks because you gotta have Tesla pucks to mount it. I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird. I found out later, pretty much every tire shop in the world has Tesla pucks. They made me buy my own, but anyway. So I take the wheels in, they put them on, and I go to pick them up and they go, hey, so we attached the wheels, but you're missing the caps for 2 of them. The back 2 caps on my wheels were missing on both of them. Like, okay, whatever, you know, that's the first thing to go wrong. And they're like, we don't know if the tire pressure monitoring system's working or not. You're gonna have to drive it for a bit. So I drove it for the bit that they recommended. They never came on. So I called them up. They said, okay, bring it in tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. I bring them in tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. just to be told, yeah, you're gonna have to order new tire monitors. I'm like, okay, well, I'll order new tire monitors. I order new tire monitors. They come 3 days later. I bring it back to Dobbs with the tire monitors, and they're like, listen, man, I don't know if we can do this. We're pretty sure it's not gonna work. And I'm like, well, holy shit. So already the wheels went wrong. Now the tire pressure monitoring system is going wrong. After driving it around a bit and taking it to Dobbs the 3rd time, I read online that if you deflate the tires to 10 PSI and then refill them, they may activate it. I bring it to the Quick Trip, I deflate them all to 10, I go to inflate them, the air gauge is broken. I'm sitting at the Quick Trip and all my tires are deflated. I can't go anywhere. I gotta call AAA, the guy comes and fills them up, and then I take them to Costco. They go, hey, the tires that you have on here are filled 15 PSI below what they're supposed to, so that might be why they activated. So Dobbs literally not only messed up all that, they filled it 15 PSI below. So I'm like, all right, I'll drive it around, see if that works. I drive around, it didn't work. I bring it back to Costco another time. This is 5 trips now for these tire pressure monitoring systems. They put in the ones that they have and it works. So boom, the wheels went wrong and the tires went wrong. Now, the next thing that I did was I brought it over to Tesla, like the actual Tesla service place. And this is a 2017 P100D, so it had the CPU 1 in it. And basically to have full self-driving, you need the CPU 3. So in addition to that, I had them add the infotainment package, which is this is now the 3rd mod that we are on. So you can watch Netflix and Hulu, everything. I pay the $2,500, I pick it up, I'm driving home and the light hits my screen. These fuckers forgot to clean the inside of my screen. So there's streaks all over the inside of my screen. I'm like, holy shit. So this is 3 things that have gone wrong now. Even something as simple as replacing the screens. So then gotta bring it back to Tesla. Tesla fixes it, boom. All right, whatever. So now on to the 4th modification, the color. This is in a Xenotech Super Gloss Miami blue color. It took 2 months to get this color because it was on back order. We finally get it in and I take it to a local shop to wrap it. They wrap it, it's an awesome job. And before they wrapped it, when I dropped it off, I called them and I go, hey, the emblems are gonna be on afterwards, right? You guys are gonna reattach the emblems? And the front desk lady said, yes, unless you tell us not to. I'm like, okay, perfect. I go to pick it up, I'm like, damn, this thing's sick. Look how cool this is. I'm driving it home and I go, oh, I forgot to check the emblems. I'm sure they're on there. I pull over, no emblems. There are no emblems on this car. That's 4 things in a row to go wrong. I call them up. They go, just bring it in tomorrow at 7 a.m. and we'll do it for you. I bring it in tomorrow at 7 a.m. just to be told, this is a 30-minute drive, just to be told, yeah, you're actually gonna have to order new emblems because the double-sided tape. And I'm like, all right, I'll order new emblems, okay? We'll put that one on the back burner. So on to the 5th modification. I had some issues going on with the Tesla under its warranty. Like this door panel kept popping out, so it'd make like a wing thing. And then also the center console, the USB wasn't working. So I have them fix it. And I don't know if this is necessarily something you consider going wrong, but I'm pretty sure that they forgot to replace the brackets here. because the brackets are just exposed, and I can't say 100% certain if it was like that or not beforehand, but you can see they're like exposed right here. Nonetheless, if that didn't go wrong enough, they're supposed to fix the glove box, but look, it still isn't fixed. Like it still won't go up unless you slam it. So I got to slam. A lot of times it just opens. And then third of all, the door was fixed for a little bit, and then the door just started popping out again, making the whistling noise. That is now 5 modifications in a row that have gone wrong. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna put a wing on it. And that's what I have right there, badass wing, unplugged performance wing. But before I even get to the wing, so I didn't want to put the emblems on until I had the wing. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna get the tire lettering and the wing done at the same time. So I take it in, they do the tire lettering, and then right after I drop it off, again, now we're on the 6th one, right? So now we're on the 6th and 7th modification, the tire lettering and the wing, okay? I was getting these both done at the same time. An hour after I drop it off, he goes, hey man, we have a problem. And I was like, of course we do. So he goes, yeah, so the old wing where the wrap job is, you can see right here, it didn't cover it up. And I go, are you fucking serious with me right now? So both sides, like this is where the Tesla stock wing usually is. And he's like, and I'm like, well, you think like the wrap company can do a patch job? He's like, I honestly wouldn't recommend it. And I'm like, well, what would you recommend? And he's like, to do the right job, you'd have to order a whole new sheet. You'd have to tear all this off again and have them rewrap it. That's like $3,500 to cover up this 1 inch. And I go, fuck no. Like this is like, I'm now 2.5 months deep into doing these modifications. And so I'm like, you know what? I'll figure out a way to cover that. So either what we're gonna do is have a black strip come across like this, maybe like some gloss carbon fiber, or maybe like add a double wing effect of some black or some gloss carbon fiber. Either way, that's the 6th one to go wrong. And I go, okay, well, what about the tire lettering? And when I pulled up to pick it up, he goes, yeah, man, when you messaged me and I said I'll do the tire lettering, my tech said the next day that tire lettering's a bitch. He doesn't want to mess with them ever again. And he's like, well, we got one more to do. So he does them. And when he pulls up the car, when I got the wing and the tire lettering, I noticed one of the tire letterings was already off. And he's like, yeah, we did the best job we can, but tire lettering, it's just a hassle. And you can see like, it's definitely an overall good job. I'm surprised how well they're holding up with how much I've been driving it. But nonetheless, it was just so funny to see that one already off when he pulled up. And I'm like, oh my God, because there's like bubbles and shit over it. So boom, that's the 7th one to go wrong. And at this point, I'm like, how the hell can all 7 out of 7 go wrong? You know, I was gonna get a new steering wheel, and I'm like, I can't have that going wrong. I just can't have that going wrong. So I'm just gonna, you know what, I'm just gonna throw these custom decals I have on the back and then call it a day, because I don't want more things to go wrong. And nothing can possibly go wrong with something as simple as putting a decal on. Well, I was wrong on that too. As you can see back here, I go to the same guy to drop it off with the decals. I drop it off, and the 8th and final modification is this Spacex emblem that I have right here. So about 2 hours after I drop this off, I get a text from him and he goes, hey man, your car's ready. But by the way, the top of the E is missing. I couldn't find it anywhere. And I'm like, oh my God. It came down, this is all that I need. This is the last thing. And the top of the E is missing. So I had to order a new emblem actually. So I'm gonna put that on myself. That was my experience with modifying a Tesla. Would I recommend it? I'd recommend it if you're willing to put up with the headaches, or if you just have good luck, like if you have decent luck, unlike me, when it comes to modification. But overall, I am super happy with it. I just need to fix a few things with it, but overall, this is my custom Tesla Model S P100D Spacex edition. Let me know what you guys think of this in the comments. Let me know if you think I should do anything and just risk something else going wrong, or pretty much guaranteeing that something else go wrong and hopefully it's worth it. But I was getting a lot of questions about this car, and I just wanted to cover everything I've done to it, as well as the story behind everything that went wrong with it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Again, if you liked this video and you made it this far, you might as well hit that like button below. You might as well hit that subscribe button below, and you might as well comment below if you want to see me do more Tesla videos or what you think about this Tesla in general. Thanks. Peace.